Hi friends. So now your chapter number 1 is already over, in which we studied about what is physics, different branches of physics, fundamental laws of nature, then fundamental forces in nature. These four topics we covered there. Fundamental forces and fundamental laws will be studying in the further chapters also. So first chapter was mainly dedicated to what is physics and its branches. Now we come over to chapter number 2. Hoping you will be a little bit comfortable and satisfied that now you have taken a science stream. Let's see what we have in store in chapter number 2. Now, chapter number 2 has basically 5 sections. First is the study of units. Second is regarding measurement of quantities. Second is regarding measurement. In this measurement, there will be some errors. So, we will be studying error theory. How to tackle with error, that's what we are going to study in the third section. Fourth section will deal with significant figures. The name is significant figures, but its significance is negligible, not much significant. And the fifth portion and the last portion is dimensions. Last but not the least, most important part of the entire chapter is dimensions. If from this chapter, examiner wants to ask some question, paper setter wants to ask some question from this chapter, then his or her first choice will be dimensions. But we'll take it at last. We'll start from units. So let's start with the very first part of this chapter, that is regarding units. In first chapter, we had seen that we are studying physics. What is physics basically? Physics is the study of phenomena occurring around us. It's nothing new. What we see is what we study. The phenomena in our surrounding, whatever are happening, that's what we are studying in details. We are describing those phenomena in physics. Now, while describing a phenomena, we use certain terms, ideas, or words. We can say physics is study of all the phenomena around us. Phenomena studied. To describe a phenomena, we use certain words. Let's take an example. Let's take one of the most common phenomena around us, motion of a vehicle or some sort of motion. If you want to describe this phenomenon of motion, we use certain words. By the phrase motion of a vehicle, some thoughts come in your mind. You start arranging the sentences and the use of words in those sentences. Pause the video for a while, say around 2 or 3 minutes, and think about what words or statements come in your mind when you read this phrase motion of a vehicle. Take a pen and a paper if possible and jot down the words and then check whether you are going in the proper track or not. Okay? Pause the video and then see to it. Think about it. Now, what you thought about this phenomenon, motion of vehicle? Normally, when we talk about motion of vehicle, we talk about how fast it is moving. Then we talk about its speed. Speed. The very first thing comes in mind, speed or velocity. For us, both are almost the same. But now in physics, both are not same for us. We'll see them in details in chapter number 3. The first thing comes in mind is the speed of the vehicle. You might also think about distance covered and the time taken. 10th में साइकिल लेके जाते थे, 11th में you start with a two-wheeler, take an Activa, and then you say that मैं उतना ही 3-4 किलोमीटर का डिस्टेंस फटाफट कवर करता हूँ. पहले स्कूल जाते 5 minutes, I used to take 5 minutes. Now I just take only a single minute to reach to the school. So time comes in factor, distance also comes into mind. Then you move fast. How you move fast? You press accelerator. What is that accelerator doing? It is increasing acceleration. Increasing acceleration means of what another word, that is acceleration comes, which is connected to accelerator. While some of you might be purchasing a bike. While purchasing a bike, we go for BHP. What is that BHP? It shows the power of the bike. Then some people see the engine CC. What is that? Volume of the engine. Some people go for height. आपने तो ज़्यादा ऊंचे हैं नहीं तो फिर ज़्यादा हाइट पसंद नहीं करनी है. So that's why we go for height. Some people go for length also. पीछे दो क्या तीन सवारी बिठाए तो ज्यादा अच्छा रहता है. Length. Then some people go for mass. अरे यार बहुत वजन वाली बाइक है तो ही स्टडी रहेगी. Royal Enfield is mostly preferred. Why? Because it's a heavy bike and it remains steady on the road. So therefore they prefer mass also. ये वर्ड है. फिर there are certain other words like motion है तो kinetic energy तो आएगा ही. Then we go for kinetic energy, potential energy, mega energy. ये सब वर्ड्स आपने कहीं ना कहीं यूज किया हुआ है. These are certain words which come in your mind while describing motion of vehicle. These are not the thing. There is not many words will be coming, which will be coming in your mind. To describe a physical phenomena, we use certain terms, words or phrases. चलो एक और phenomenon लेते हैं साथ साथ में. Heating of water. At home, take a utensil in which you are heating water. It's a very common scenario for us. Let's start with wording about it. To describe this phenomenon of heating, some words will come into mind immediately. Pause the video for 2 minutes, think about, and then restart. Now, hearing the phrase heating of water, immediately certain words will come into mind. एक तो कितना गर्म हुआ means temperature. कितनी हीट उसे चाहिए हीट एनर्जी. कितना वॉल्यूम ऑफ वाटर लिया कितना लीटर वाटर लिया वॉल्यूम. कई बार मास से भी बात कर देते हैं. देन वी टॉक अबाउट बॉइलिंग पॉइंट ऑफ वाटर. वी टॉक अबाउट टाइम टेकन टू हीट इट and many such words come to mind. The list would be a little bit longer, but right now we are restricting because what we want is we want to get an idea what we are doing. Now what is clear from this is while describing a physical phenomena, we use certain words, terms or ideas. We use certain words, terms, ideas, or you can say phrases. These words, terms, ideas or phrases which you use in order to describe a physical phenomena, these are called physical quantities. These are called physical quantities. So what is physical quantity? Physical quantity is word, term or idea or a phrase used to describe a physical phenomena. In physics, we'll be dealing with lots of phenomena. Physics is actually a study of phenomena occurring around us. So we'll be using many quantities. So very first thing we have to get introduced to is physical quantities. Physical quantities are basically classified into two groups. One is fundamental physical quantity. Second is derived physical quantity. Now, fundamental quantities means what? So, let's take about distance. Talk about distance. What is a distance? It is basically a length. Can be measured using a foot ruler or a meter tape. It's a length. Time is also a standard thing. Now when we talk about speed, so speed we can say is distance divided by time. Distance means length divided by time, and that is how we break speed into. Length से आगे further नहीं जा सकते, time से आगे नहीं जा सकते. Let's talk about some quantity. Let's say force. What is force? Force is mass into acceleration. मास को तो आगे फर्दर डिवाइड नहीं कर सकते, इसलिए एक्सेलरेशन को देखें तो इट इज स्पीड अपॉन टाइम. स्पीड हमने अभी देखा, ये मास हो गया, स्पीड को लेंथ अपॉन टाइम लिख रहे हैं, लेंथ अपॉन टाइम, एंड एक टाइम पहले से ही है तो टाइम स्क्वायर. इससे फर्दर ब्रेक नहीं कर सकते. सो व्हाट वी फाइंड इज दैट any quantity you take, you can break up to certain level, and at the lowest level comes mass. At the lowest level comes mass, length, and time. So these mass, length, and time, which are at the lowest level, which cannot be further broken, are the fundamental physical quantities, or you can call them as base physical quantities. Base quantities. Other all, apart from this, are derived quantities. Other all are derived quantities. Derived quantities are those which are derived using fundamental quantities. So physical quantities means what? the words, terms or ideas which are used to describe physical phenomena. These are physical quantities. Out of these physical quantities, few of them are fundamental quantities, say mass, length and time, and the other are derived quantities. So fundamental quantities are base quantities using which you are able to derive other quantities. Hope this is clear to you. So friends, what we saw till now is physics is a study of all the phenomena occurring around us. To describe the phenomena, we use certain words or terms which we call them as physical quantity. Physical quantities are the words, terms or ideas using which we describe physical phenomena. This physical quantity we divide into two parts, classified into two parts. One was fundamental physical quantity. Second was derived physical quantity. So we declassified into two parts, fundamental quantities and derived quantities. Now let's talk about any one quantity. Let's say most popular one, mass. M is equal to, चलो मैं अपने बारे में बात करता हूँ. My mass is 60 kg. Now representing this, what does it mean? This is the name of physical quantity. Name of physical quantity. ये उस क्वांटिटी का सिंबल हो गया, सिंबल ऑफ फिजिकल क्वांटिटी. Name of the quantity, symbol of the quantity 60. We'll call it as value of physical quantity. But now we'll not be using such ordinary words. Ordinary words मतलब क्या? तो we are talking about this 60 which we call as value of this quantity, but actually in physics we'll use a technical term magnitude. तुम बोलोगे ये क्या होता है? It is the same value only, but it's a technical word in physics. So why, if we have a simple word, then why do we use such odd technical word? The reason is we are studying science. In science team, we use certain technical words which are not common to general public. So this is one of that example. There will be many such examples. Now, if we say value, then everyone will know about it. But if we say magnitude, only science people will know that value की बात चल रही है. So in science team we use certain technical words which are different from the commonly used words. Because what we are studying is science, that is विज्ञान, विशिष्ट ज्ञान, special knowledge. It's not सामान्य ज्ञान, general knowledge. इससे general words use नहीं कर रहे, technical word use करेंगे magnitude. तो आपसे magnitude refers to the value. So this is the magnitude of quantity, of physical quantity. And kg, तुम तुरंत बोलोगे सर ये तो unit है. Yes, definitely, it's a unit. What does it mean by unit? What does it mean by unit? So word unit is taken from word unity. Unity यानी क्या? एकता. Unity means एकता. Oh sorry. Unity means एकता. ता को ड्रॉप कर दो क्योंकि y ड्रॉप कर रहे हैं. तो unity means एक. तो unity means 1. तो here kg means 1 kg. 1 kg का एक सैंपल है इतना, तो एक 1 kg हो गया. उसको 60 से मल्टीप्लाई करो क्योंकि आगे 60 है ना, मल्टीप्लाई बाय kg. तो 60 into 1 kg means 60 kg हो गया. अगर 1 kg ले लो उसको 60 टाइम्स करो तो मेरा मास हो गया. So here 60 into kg means 1 kg. Unit means 1. तो here kg signifies the unit of the given quantity. अगर ये kg का वैल्यू आपको पता है तो you will be justifying के 60 टाइम्स यानी कितना होगा. तो here unit justifies the magnitude of the physical quantity. Unit justifies the magnitude of physical quantity. Justify मतलब क्या? कि यूनिट अगर प्रॉपर होगा तो मैग्नीट्यूड का प्रॉपर आइडिया आएगा. अब चलो मैं मेरे मास की बात करता हूं. इफ आई राइट मास है 60 kg के बदले मिलीग्राम यूज करता हूं. Isn't it a unit of mass? You say definitely yes, it's a unit of mass. Milligram is a unit of mass itself. तो मेरा मास 60 मिलीग्राम है. आप तरह सोचोगे सर ये कीड़ी है, चींटी है छोटी सी, सर है कि एंट है, इतना कम तो मास कैसे हो सकता है? तो मिलीग्राम इज नॉट प्रॉपर. ठीक है, आप बोलते हैं प्रॉपर नहीं है तो ठीक है मैं दूसरा वर्ड यूज करता हूँ, टन्स. ये भी तो यूनिट है ना मास का. यस. अब बोलोगे सर का वजन 60 टन्स, सर है क्या हाथी है, क्रेन से आते हैं क्या यहाँ पे क्लास पे? तो टन्स इज ऑल्सो नॉट अ प्रॉपर यूनिट. सी देयर आर मल्टीपल यूनिट्स ऑफ मास, but proper unit is must in order to justify. So here what we find is that every quantity has a magnitude and a proper unit to justify it. So unit justifies the magnitude. Unit justifies the magnitude. Okay. So here we find that every quantity will have a proper unit. More than one units are possible for a given quantity. So you have to select the unit as per the available quantity, because unit justifies the magnitude. Similar to surname justifies the name. As we say, there is some name Harry Patel. Now if you just have Harry here, you will not be able to understand what the person is. पर जैसे ही पटेल लिखोगे इमीडिएटली लिखोगे तो गुजराती बंदा है, क्योंकि पटेल आगे भले कुछ भी लिखा इज ऑलवेज अ गुजराती. This justifies who the person is. Same way we have Vivedi, Trivedi, Chaturvedi. What are these? We say that ये तो ब्राह्मण है. तर्क क्या लगता है? द्विवेदी, त्रिवेदी, चतुर्वेदी. These are Brahmins. Surname will justify the name. Similarly, unit justifies the magnitude. There are many such examples. You can play with the surnames and you come to know which part of the country do they belong to. Now, so what we find is that for every physical quantity, magnitude के अलावा एक proper unit का होना जरूरी है. So every quantity has a units. So that then we talk about units. Fundamental quantity के units को fundamental units बोलेंगे. Fundamental units. And derived quantity के units को derived units बोलेंगे. Now the name itself says derived units can be obtained from fundamental units. Fundamental quantities कौन कौन से थे? याद करें तो मास, लेंथ एंड टाइम. तो इनके यूनिट्स क्या हो जाएंगे? फंडामेंटल यूनिट्स. एंड डिराइव्ड क्वांटिटी के यूनिट हो जाएंगे डिराइव्ड यूनिट्स. सो हियर वी हैव टू टाइप्स ऑफ यूनिट्स, फंडामेंटल यूनिट्स एंड डिराइव्ड यूनिट्स. अगर फंडामेंटल यूनिट्स मिल जाएं, if we get fundamental units, then we can easily derive the other units. So now our work is to obtain fundamental units. एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जिसका नाम है इंटरनेशनल ब्यूरो ऑफ वेट्स एंड मेजर्स. इट इज लोकेटेड इन पेरिस. ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन क्या है? इसमें सारे कंट्रीज मेंबर है. नाउ दीज आर मेंबर्स टुगेदर डिसाइड द फंडामेंटल यूनिट्स, यानी कि यूनिट्स ऑफ फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटीज. दे डिसाइड द यूनिट्स ऑफ फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटीज एंड दे कम आउट विद द यूनिट ग्रुप ऑफ यूनिट्स ऑफ फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटीज. नाउ ग्रुप ऑफ यूनिट्स ऑफ फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटीज आर कॉल्ड यूनिट सिस्टम. यूनिट सिस्टम इज ग्रुप ऑफ फंडामेंटल यूनिट्स. फंडामेंटल क्वांटिटीज के जो यूनिट्स लिए उनका ग्रुप बना है उसको यूनिट सिस्टम बोलते हैं. तो अगला हमारा टारगेट है टू स्टडी द यूनिट सिस्टम्स. होप द आइडिया ऑफ यूनिट वुड बी क्लियर टू यू.